Another umpire.
And it's an off-the-ball situation, I think.
This bloke's had a bit of a bearing on the game since half.
Gage certainly has. He's got the free kick. I don't know that the free kick was against him. He was going for the tap down. Anyway, it goes to... now there's another whistle on play. This is the other way. Goodness me. Some of the umpiring, they're all of a sudden, they're taking control of the game. So the free kick this time is in the hands of Bannockburn. It's Daniel Gibbs. He goes wide to outer centre wing. Good kick, but not to advantage for Bannockburn. Coley first back to the footy. He's beaten by Woods, however. Attacks the footy and gets hold of it. And runs forward. He's had 2 bounces. He's inside 50. He's had 3 bounces. Now he goes goalwards, and he usually doesn't miss those.
Beautiful goal.
And I don't think he's missed this one either. Great goal to Alistair Woods. That's the sort of play that we've come to expect from him this year. And that's the 6th for Bannockburn. So they certainly haven't given up the game. 6 goals, 8:44. They trail Thomson 10-8-68. Buckley's Entertainment Centre final quarter scoreboard, 8 minutes gone.
Yeah, well, Perkins has just come onto the ground. I thought he might have been on the ground a little bit more, Dale, than he has been.
Yeah, look, his form's been down a little bit. He's a bit of an opportunist forward, but he's a quality player. If he can get his hands on the forward line, he will kick you a goal. So I'm just sort of hoping now that he gets involved in this game and can make an impact.
Ball in the air. Won by Gage to Jerkovic. Wrapped up in the tackle. Gets it off somehow to Gardner, who throws the ball forward for Thomson. Bradley, hands and knees, misses the footy. Back with Jerkovic, feeds it wide to Armstrong, needs to trap it, does so. And then kicks around his body on the right foot and bounces it out.
Kick for touch, brilliant.
Bounces it out for a boundary throw in.
What's that, a 40-20?
Yeah, something like that. Yeah, so boundary throw in at half forward for Thomson, broadcast side of the ground. If Bannockburn can manufacture another goal in the next minute or two, that will set a cat amongst the pigeons. Might give them a bit of heart to come home. They need the next goal, the Bannockburn Tigers. Henry's got something to say about it for Thomson. Kicks it forward. No one takes the mark down there. Watts probably should have. Oh. And, Aaron kick there, winds up with Gibbs. Gibbs just standing start kick, sends it wide to Campbell. Campbell, foot race with Gardner. Campbell just controlling the ball in front of himself. And Gardner just paddles the thing out for a boundary throw in.
He made good ground there, Timmy Gardner.
He's got a bit of pace, hasn't he, for a young fella?
For an oldie.
Yeah.
He's still an amazing athlete, Timmy. Don't worry about that.
Unbelievable. His endurance is great too, isn't it?
So the ball to be tossed in.
He's still got the passion for the game. He absolutely loves it.
Why wouldn't you?
Ball to be tossed in out wide, and Bradley, he's had a lot of kicks today, Bradley, down forward and down back. Kicks it forward, chopped off down there by the ever-reliable David Gibbs. Sends it back to the wing. Campbell, good mark. Now they need to mount something here, the Bannockburn Tigers. Campbell's kicks a shocker, puts it to the feet of Gage. Can't take the mark. Second opportunity. Wishart for Bannockburn to Nicholson. Oh, his hand, I don't know what he was doing. Hand passes straight to Highland, who sends it back towards centre half forward. Everyone overruns the footy. Who's back for Bannockburn? Van Ingen. Ball screamed the crowd, and now a free kick has been paid. It'll go to Van Ingen for a high tackle. Wants to move it quickly and does so to Perkins on the ground, the little racehorse. And right foot kicks it to the wing there. Just fisted away out of the hands of Harding. And, he's a bit dirty on himself, Harding, there, because he would have been away. He was hoping to be away. Henry was the player.
Good effort from Henry.
Yeah, it was. He just got fist to it.
Henry's played his best game we've seen from Thomson, Eric.
So the ball to be tossed in right in front of the broadcast position. Last roll of the dice, perhaps, for Bannockburn. Aitchison at the full. Oh, Lewis, silly footy because he's kicked it out in the full. And it'll be a free kick to Thomson now instead of a boundary throw in. Jerkovic will take it.
So it's 11 minutes into the final quarter. 10-8 plays, 6-8. Thomson in front at this point, and Jerkovic with the free kick on half-back. Goes long along the boundary, and that's a pretty ordinary kick as well. It's out of bounds on the full on centre wing. So both sides making some fairly basic mistakes at the moment. I think Matthew Lewis was probably excusable because you could see the determination all over his face. As he has the footy now, runs around the man on the mark and does it too easily. He's run a long, long way, but allowed to get his kick, goes towards centre half forward. Coley read it well, doesn't take the mark. Handball Jerkovic, handball to Dowie. And the Thomson defence now standing up as the ball goes to Nick Maharis. Drops the mark, comes around on that favoured left foot looking for Bradley. Can't take the mark. Forbes attacks the footy. So does the opposition there, but it's Bradley who picks it up for Thomson, goes towards the full forward position in front. O'Connor dropped the mark, perhaps he should have taken, maybe he had more time than he thought. Gibbs, David over to Hinckley, and Bannockburn are away, but an unkind bounce allows the ball to fall into the arms of Aaron Bradley, runs into the open goal and kicks his second. How long since Aaron Bradley's kicked 2 goals in the game? But that may well be a very, very important goal for Thomson in the context of this final result. In fact, it was such a good effort that he's going home.
He's off the ground.
11 goals, 874 Thomson. Bannockburn 6-8-44. Buckley's Entertainment Centre. Final quarter scoreboard, 12 and a half minutes gone.
Yeah, well, he's played a pretty good game today, Bradley. He actually moved up on the wing in this last quarter. I thought he was going to get a run and roll with the Harding, but it seems to have moved off that there. But he's been up close enough to kick a couple of goals, so he's done very well.
Okay, ball back in the middle now. Justin on the ground for Bradley, and does the ruck work? Gee, an infringement in the ruck. Free kick to Bannockburn.
Yeah.
They desperately need 2 goals now. Dorber gets it, feeds it off to Harding. Just a little kick out wide, far, overruns the football, not happy with himself. Aitchison back on it for Thomson. Wrapped up in the tackle by Far. Gets the hand pass to Jerkovic, to Armstrong, to Akoli. Back to Jerkovic. Gee whiz, racking up possessions here. Back to Sabali Armstrong. Just a nice little kick now. Picks out Henry on his own. He's got time to have a bit of a look and a think. McLeod says, give it to me, and he jumps high, but the kick needed to be perfect. It wasn't, and off hands boundary throw in. On the broadcast wing, between wing and half forward for Thomson, actually. Time clock ticking away. 14 minutes in the last term. And 6-8 plays 11-8. So it's a 5-goal ball game. Justin wins the ball to Henry. Gee, he's been busy today, Henry. Right foot kick to the forward pocket. Who's there for Thomson? A couple of people there. Panther feeds it off nicely. They're still going, Thomson. And the square off kick was a beauty. Back into the corridor, marked by Highland. Highland goes for home. Big man, Forbes.
He's been the difference in the second half.
Yeah, he has. He's a big man when you get up beside him, and he's used his height to advantage, and that's probably where Bannockburn, fair to say, Smithy, you lack probably a couple of taller defenders.
Well, he kicks the goal, and that's his 4th.
Yeah, Robbie Giles would probably got him this week, I think, with his just a bit more bustling and strength there. But Ross Stando has done a fairly good job. But, Forbes, he's just taken control in that second half and created those options for him up forward.
Yeah. And Forbes is definitely a confidence player. When he starts taking a few grabs, he usually follows up with a few more as well. And, he'll be pretty happy with his performance today. Long while since he's kicked 4 goals in the game, Eric.
Yes, and that's the 12th for Thomson. 12-8-80, leading Bannockburn 6-8-44. Buckley's Entertainment Centre final quarter scoreboard. 15 minutes gone. I reckon they've got 15 minutes perhaps to try and win at Bannockburn. As the umpire.
Nick Farr's going down back now by the look of it.
Yeah,
he's going to go on to Forbes, I would have
perhaps
thought.
that's a negative move because they've got to get score up forward. You need your good players to score. From the middle, Jerkovic gets a handball out wide, running through Coley, but Harding does well. Wanted the footy, kicked it ahead of himself. Now he tries to beat Timmy Gardner. He's forced a handball. Timmy Gardner's fantastic chase there on 2 players. Oh, a great stretch mark in the last line of defence. Sabali Armstrong for Thomson. Now he goes across the face of goal, and they've got players loose over there. Thomson, Denneman takes the mark, plays on quickly, kick toward the middle of the ground. The lead from Nick Maharis. Can't take the mark first grab, but he's got Madden at his feet. Henry, at his feet. Hooks to centre half forward. Forbes dropped that mark. Comes back on the footy, kicks or tries to kick along the ground, gets some support in there. Oh, huge tackling there from the Thomson side as desperate to keep the ball in, but it's picked up there by Far it was now, as Laurie said, back in defence, over the pack on centre wing, coming back onto the footy. There's a pack of players stacks on the middle. The ball does come out, and it's gone Bannockburn's way towards Shaw, and he takes the mark deep on the half-forward flank. He's got Woods at full forward. It was on his own. Now he's got to compete. Good work, Sabali Armstrong. Second effort, and Dowie is pretty happy to concede a behind. So didn't have anywhere to go. It is a behind to Bannockburn. Thomson can reload. 6 goals, 9-45 Bannockburn. They trail Thomson 12-8-80. Buckley's Entertainment Centre final quarter scoreboard, 17 minutes gone.
He's a mismatch out here with Gagey.
So Armstrong has got a player out here, a Coley out in his own. He's calling for the footy, goes short and gives it to that man Henry again. Gee, where's ball magnet today?
Kick
little
number
fellow.
20 for him.
Just chips it up to Highland. Highland broadcast half-back flank to Justin. Takes the mark. Justin. Big kick in the Forbes direction. Oh, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 bites and tumbles to the ground. Good mark, Forbes. He's get his confidence up now.
Well, there's a bit of body work there from Forbesy as well, and he doesn't normally always do that.
There's that ugly helicopter punt kick, but effective. Drives it to the top of the goal square. Here's Bradley, who's had a day out today too. Somehow plucks the ball out and gets a kick to it. Just kicks it wide, and it'll be over the line for throw. No free kick.
He's paid it down the ground. It landed in the field of play, so that's a correct decision.
Okay.
Jackson McLeod. Oh, he's going to have another one.
Maheris, I think, is it? Or is it Bradley going to have it? Maheris has got the free.
It's where the ball landed, so Bradley kicked it.
Well, you'd want, the bloke you'd want too.
You'd think so.
Yeah.
Although the kicking boots haven't been that good today. He's what's he kicked? Two straight.
So Maheris with the footy now. He's not far out. Distance won't be a problem. The angle might though. He's only 20, 25 metres out, if that. And but not a lot of daylight between the goalposts as he runs in. They're all putting him off. Just steps into the kick and just slots it home, I think. No, slots it home for a point. One behind the result.
So 12 goals, 9-81 Thomson. They lead Bannockburn 6-9-45. Buckley's Entertainment Centre final quarter scoreboard 18 and a half minutes gone. So Lewis now to kick in, kicks to himself and away he goes. So a long kick towards centre wing. Gage probably got the height but couldn't take the football as Gibbs kicks it, centimetre perfect as been said, landed just in the field of play. Unfortunately, Reek took possession of the football after it had bounced over the line.
Did he ever? He was in the passenger seat of the Range Rover next to us.
But the boundary umpire, the ball moved pretty quickly. The boundary umpire wasn't all that close, but he could see quite clearly what was happening. So adjacent to our broadcast position at the 19-minute mark of the final quarter, Justin and Dorber over the top. Gage taps it down for Thomson. Highland pushed in the back. Handball over the top to Wishart, over the top to Hinchcliffe, and that's over the head of players there. Denneman comes back on the footy. He drops the footy. Play on, said the umpire. Picked up there for Bannockburn by Stigter. And he's found a teammate in Perkins. He'd gone back in the corridor. Luck's a fortune because Watts made it good. A strong diving mark and 30 metres out, almost directly in front at the 20-minute mark of the final quarter. Brad Watts has an opportunity to improve the Bannockburn score. Moving in there, left footer, good approach. I think he's been a goal kicker all the year and he's a goal kicker again today because great kick, Brad Watts. That's his first for the day and it is the 7th for Bannockburn. 7 goals, 9-51. They trail Thomson 12 goals, 9-81. Buckley's Entertainment Centre final quarter scoreboard. 20 minutes gone. Dale, can they get back?
Oh, they can get back. They've got to work pretty hard, though. As I said, I think the centre clearances is the key. I've said it right from the start of the last quarter. They've got to get the ball out of there, and I think Thomson, if he had the scoreboard now, they probably won 3 of the 4. So it's important now that these blokes in the centre do stand up and get that ball first click clearance. Makes a difference.
They've got 7 minutes to kick 5 goals. So it's a big ask for Bannockburn. We'll see if they can get it rolling here out of the middle with Dorber. They do so. Belts it towards a couple of teammates down there. Ooh, gee, tough stuff in the middle of the ground. Just someone poleaxed there for Bannockburn. He's on his hands and knees. Ball goes sailing back over their heads. And to half forward it goes. McLeod overruns it, still with Thomson. Still with the little fellow Henry, who sizes up the goals and goes bang from a long way out. Tried to swing it around on the breeze, misses out to the right one behind.
So 12-10-82 Thomson, 7-9-51 Bannockburn. Buckley's Entertainment Centre final quarter scoreboard. 20 minutes gone.
There's the ball back in and kicked in, and Bannockburn needs somebody. They've got Farr there who runs onto the footy. Gets it off to Gibbs. Gibbs towards the running player there in Harding. Gee, it eludes all players. Crunch, bang, goes Daniels for Thomson. Feeds the hand pass to Jerkovic. One way, then the other. Takes a bounce, running backwards. All kicked badly by Cole. He was just pushed offline as he was about to kick it. He's kicked it out in the full. Opportunity for Bannockburn. Free kick will go to Shaw.
Just while
Shaw with the football now. Sends it long to the forward pocket. Perkins goes up before Acceptors comes down without the footy, and Armstrong sees it over the line for a throw in.
Three-quarter time GDFL games. East Geelong 13-8, Inverleith 15-11. Werribee Central's 11-10, Anarchy 10-10. Belpost Till 13-11, Corio 16-7. Phil?
Here's the throw in. Opportunity for Bannockburn now. They really need one here. Big pack of players around the football. Fed out beautifully to Harding. He's brought down in the tackle. There's a whistle. And is it out of bounds? Yes, it's out of bounds. I thought there might have been a free kick picked out there, but the young fellow, the boundary umpire, said it's out of bounds.
Last couple of scores. North Geelong 22-8, Winchelsea 9-5, Belmont Lions 14-12, West 8-7.
There's the throw in. Off the top of the packet goes towards Harding. Harding, kick around the body. Need a big leaper down there. Free kick. It's going to Bannockburn too. Oh, they're all happy down here. The Bannockburn Brains Trust, I think. There's been a goal kicked. Is it going to be brought back? It's going to be brought back. And I'm just trying to pick out who the free kick is going to and for what reason. Laurie and Smithy, did you pick out the free?
I think that particular umpire, that's been his stock and trade all day, on the shoulder. No matter where you get tackled, it's on the shoulder.
Okay.
Young Perkins got the free kick anyway.
Even when it's a ball up, it's on the shoulder.
Yes.
Yeah, okay, so Perkins is the man at the top of the goal square. Shouldn't have too much trouble kicking this one. And just puts it on its way. There's a goal to Bannockburn. And they're just getting a little bit of a sniff, Smithy.
Yeah, they're getting close, but as I said, they want to finish this game strongly. Whether they can get there or not, they want to finish this game as strongly as possible and make sure that this margin now doesn't blow it any further. Because they'll go into next week, they've got a confidence North Geelong next week, and then a break afterwards. They can regroup.
Yeah, so, look, there's a lot of reasons why they should finish the game out. They're going to have to play them in the final spot. Look, if they're going to be well up there, I would suggest. And they've got. I think that someone said at half-time 6 players not playing here today, so it's a pretty good effort.
So that's the 8th goal to Bannockburn. 8-9-57. Trail, Thomson 12-10-82. Buckley's Entertainment finals quarter scoreboard. 24 minutes gone. The centre clearance came from Harding once again. Kicks the centre half forward. Denneman in the way there. Takes the mark. Goes wide to Dowie. Dowie takes the mark and keeps going for Thomson. Kicks it long along the outer side. Eludes all players. Quickest player back on that occasion was Van Ingen. Too quick for McLeod on that occasion. But the handball's not so good. It's gone to Bradley. Handball back to Maharis. On the left foot to the head of the goal square. That's where it's got to go. Forbes is in there. Can't take the mark. Comes to McLeod, the front of the pack. And that's what he's there for. Into his hands, onto the feet, and kicks his second goal. So I've criticised him a moment ago on that occasion in the perfect position for a rover and has kicked the 13th goal for Thomson. 13-10-88. They lead Bannockburn 8-9-57. Buckley's Entertainment Centre final quarter scoreboard as we tick to 25 minutes.
Yeah, well, that's a quality of a good side when you can answer fairly quickly with a goal, and it sort of sniffs out any opportunity that Bannockburn probably would have had, I think. But it's been a good game, and Jackson McLeod, that was good work, Eric. You called it beautifully. Did it to the book.
He snuffed out the sniff. That's what
exactly
he's done.
Right.
Well, it was 20 seconds earlier. He was beaten badly for pace, wasn't he? But he came back and read the game well, and that's a good quality.
Good young fellow. He's only 15. Be all right when he grows up, won't he? Playing men's football here in the GDFL at 15. Good heavens. It's going beautifully. Ball back in the middle of the ground. It is the Thomson Tigers in control as Justin goes at it with Dorber. Dorber wins it again. To the ground it goes. Henry has a bit of a kick out of the pack. Winds up in the hands of Daniels. Daniels spears it wide. Panther out in the burst there. Takes the mark. Yeah, on the chest. So the old training drill stuff starting to click in now. Out of the middle, bang, bang. Ross Panther takes the mark and has a shot on goal.
Smithy, this is a tough pocket, is it? No one seems to kick goals from there.
Yeah, this is pretty tough, this one. There's a bit of a breeze come down from the back of the club rooms, I think, Laurie. So if he gets it's a good kick.
So Panther from 40 metres on the boundary line and just puts it away. Puts it away.
I tell you what.
Panther. Oh, lovely.
Ooh, that's goal number 3 for Ross Panther, and to their credit, Thomson finishing very strongly. 14-10-94. They lead Bannockburn 8-9-57. Buckley's Entertainment Centre final quarter scoreboard. 26.5 minutes gone, and Laurie. That is a quality kick from a quality full forward.
Yeah, I've got to shake my head here. I wonder why a guy that can play like that has to be on the pine at any time. I'd have him somewhere. There must be somewhere you can play a bloke like this ground. He's only got to get it, he's going to kick it. Beautiful kick.
In the middle once again, ball goes in the air, the dying stage of the game. 27 minutes gone, tap down comes to Daniels, drop the footy, play on to the umpire, handball comes to Aitchison. He goes wide to centre wing. Oh, Maharis.
Good mark.
Good solid mark, and they don't seem to be...
He's lifted his game, Nick Maharis.
You certainly have. And
he's got 10 kicks and 6 handballs.
that was a good mark, a one grab mark, and he's on centre wing. Perhaps just marginally forward of centre for Thomson, taking plenty of time, and why shouldn't he now? The kick towards centre half forward, props off the inside. I'll do it. Jerkovic does well, robed in the middle of the pack, runs goalward. Terrible kick off the boot. He hasn't had the kicking boots on today, Jade. That's his second behind, but his general field kicking hasn't been as good as he would have liked. But it is 14-11-95, Thomson. Leading Bannockburn 8-9-57, Buckley's Entertainment Centre. Final quarter scoreboard as we tick to 28 minutes.
Laurie, I think that's why Jerker handballs a lot.
Yeah, I think you're pretty right there, mate. I was just having a look at his stats there. He's had 12 kicks and 14 handballs, so he's... you run past him a lot, Smithy, if you're playing with him.
Oh, ideally.
Bannockburn with the footy now. It's with Lewis to Harding. Back to Lewis. Gee, they're going to work themselves into trouble here as Harding is down. Keep your eyes on him. I think he copped a little bit of a knock there. Ball into the middle of the ground meantime with Nicholson. Spins it wide. Awkward looking kick. Out to the big gangly Dorber, who's got an even more awkward looking kick. Drops onto the right boot and kicks it to half forward, looking for Perkins down there.
Woods.
Doesn't find him. Here is Woods. One way then the other. Feeds the dummy hand pass, then the real hand pass. He winds up with him again. Hand passes back to Dorber. Trying to work their way forward, the Bannockburn side. High ball from Dorber towards Shaw. Can't take the mark. Fisted to the front of the pack. With Hinchcliffe it is now. Right foot kick around the body. Denovan pushed into it by his opponent Melbourne down there, which was actually helped him. Melbourne now dispossessed. Coley. Gee whiz, comedy of errors down there. Denman, I think, Dowie it is, pushed over the line. It
was good tackling from the forwards. They kept the ball in there.
Yeah, they did. And Dowie forced to make an error and just shoved it over the line for a throw-in. So, boundary throw-in here in the forward pocket. Ball to the front of the pack this time. Getting awfully dark over there. Here come Thomson out of defence through Dowie this time. Centre half back. Kicks it, good mark at the end. Kicks it to Maharis in the middle of the ground. Runs away, wants to move it quickly to Forbes, who's been terrific today. Forbes, hand pass off. Beautiful play to McDowell. McDowell measures the kick, and this bloke's been terrific today too. Bradley just stood his ground, outmanoeuvred Hinkley and took the mark on his chest.
Whether in defence or attack.
He's been everywhere, hasn't he? He's terrific.
Had a very good day.
So Bradley with a footy now. And here's a shot on goal. I'm just looking at his stats now. He's already kicked a couple. One in the third, one in the fourth quarter. Make that two in the fourth quarter. I think he's popped this one home for his third.
Yes, great effort from Aaron Bradley, and that's the 15th for the Thomson side. And they've finished full of running in the second half. 15-11-101. They lead Bannockburn 8-9-57. Buckley's Entertainment Centre final quarter scoreboard. We've gone past 30 minutes and shouldn't be long to go, Laurie.
No, and he has been a good player for him. He's got a bit of size about him, Aaron Bradley. I don't know if you've been up beside him, Smithy, but it's handy when you've got a bloke that size, can play back and forward. And, I think Thomson used him beautifully today, and he's been dangerous when he's been forward.
Yeah, look, the Bannockburn side's not overly big, and the two or three blokes we have got out are taller players, but to his credit, he's worked pretty hard for most of the game and got reward for it today.
So in the middle, ball comes to Timmy Gardner. Gets the ball to boot very quickly towards full forward, and Farr has taken the mark at centre half back, and I haven't got the score, but Richmond have defeated Geelong.
I'll never tip them again ever.
That's a bad sign as Harding takes the mark on half back flank for Bannockburn. So late in the game here at Victoria Park, Brett Harding is now called to play on by the umpire. Goes into the centre of the ground. The lead has come from Shaw. Can't take the mark. Gets it to... that was Gibbs over the top to Farr, out wide, and picked up by Campbell. He's played a pretty serviceable game for Bannockburn in the back half. Goes to half forward, mark taken by Justin. He gets it over to Armstrong. Armstrong to McDowell. McDowell over the top to Gardner, and they're away Thomson as Gardner now measured the kick. The lead has come from, the lead wasn't too brilliant. The kick wasn't as good as I thought because it's... It doesn't matter in the context of the game because the siren has sounded and it's all over here at Victoria Park in a very high quality game which exemplifies Team 1 and Team 2 on the ladder, and neither side disgraced here. But the final score read Thomson 15 goals 11 101. They have defeated Bannockburn 8 goals 9 57. Goal kickers for the winners, Thomson. 4 to Marcus Forbes, 3 to Ross Panther, 3 to Aaron Bradley, 2 to Jackson McLeod, 2 to Nick Maharis, and 1 to Christian Highland. And the goal kickers for Bannockburn, 2 to Brett Harding, 2 to James Wishart, and 1 each to Alistair Woods, Dean Perkins, Clinton Shaw, and Brad Watts. So meritorious win here for Thomson. And I guess indicative of the way the game was played. All the players shaking hands with one another. Fantastic atmosphere out here. It was a hard, tough game between the two top sides. And we'll hear Laurie and Dale's thoughts on what a good game it was after we return. We'll go to a break, and when we return, we'll have those reports. You're tuned to 94.7 The Pulse, your home of local football.